The next option is the image option. And the images are kind of the whole fun part here. If you went to the mass training session, Peggy did a great job of showing you how all the images get put in here. You have 16 image slots. So you got 16 different holes that you can put the images in. I have 0 images attached at this point. The first image is going to be my primary photo. So I have to go find that photo. To do that, I'm going to go to Add New Image. And from this page, I see a little dialog box that comes up. And all you have to do is go down to the Browse function. Notice your pictures can now be up to 6 megabytes in size. So if you have a larger photo, you can upload a 6 meg picture to this particular listing. And the dimensions should be as close to 640 as 480 as you can get. So I'm going to browse, and I'm going to find my pictures. And I just found my picture right here that I want to use. I'm going to double-click it, and now my picture is going to appear in the box. Now, if for some reason this picture doesn't quite fit, maybe it's a little small or something, you do now have tools that you can zoom in and you can zoom out to make this picture fit the frame properly. You also can hold your left mouse button down and you can center the picture so you can get the picture the exact way that you want it to be. Other than, adjusting the brightness and contrast of it, you really shouldn't have to do any type of photo editing outside of Tempo. I mean, if, you'd have to adjust that in some other program, but as far as zooming it in, zooming it out, and centering it, you can all do that now. The primary photo is the exterior front, so the image label is already set for you, and you can also add in your comments underneath the picture with your character count of 255 characters. Notice there is a spell check option here, so I encourage you to use the spell check, and it says I didn't have any errors spelling nice house. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click the Save button, and I'm going to have to then accept the terms of use for the picture. Click OK, and now it's going to save that image for me in the first slot. Notice how you can actually see the image now, so that's a good thing. Then I'm just going to move on to the next one. I'm going to go to Add New Image. I'm going to browse once again. I'm going to find my photos, and I'm going to select the photo. There it is. Again, if I want to zoom in or zoom out, maybe I just want to show the microwave here, I can do that. Or, maybe I want to zoom in a little bit to kind of get that window out and kind of move this around a little bit to, kind of get the full features of the cabinets or the plant up there, the floors. Again, you can do some manipulation here. And then use the image name to go ahead and name this. This probably is the kitchen. I'm going to call it a kitchen. And then use the characters to describe the kitchen. Is that a granite countertop? Why not put in beautiful granite countertops? What about the backsplash? Are the cabinets all wood? Are they made of hickory, oak, cherry, stainless appliances? Use the comments underneath your pictures to describe what you see in the picture, and save the remarks for other things. I mean, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Give it some words. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this, and that's going to be the next picture that is going to appear in my list. And I'm going to do one more yet. I'm going to add one more picture here. I'm going to browse. I'm going to add a picture in. And once again, I can do my zooming if I want to highlight that really cool fireplace, or I can see the vaulted ceilings with the skylights here if I'd like to do that. I'm then going to go ahead and give that photo a naming, and I'm going to probably call this the Den Family Great Room, and I can put some more captions there, and of course I can save that once again. And then my third photo now is going to be up on the site. So just that quick, you can do that. Now, one of the things that you'll probably notice, and if you were in the mass training classes, is there is no, there is not going to be any photo review in Tempo 5 anymore, although you still do have to apply by all of the PPMLS rules for media. So even though there's not a review anymore, you're still required to abide by the rules that you should have always been abiding to in the first place, okay? So just keep that in mind. So once you have all of your images in, if you want to move them around, now you can simply select one and click the Reorder button, and you notice how that one shifted from the third slot to the second slot. So other than the first picture, which is the primary exterior front, you can put them in any order you want to, and then you can shuffle image 2 through 16 around as needed to get it in the order that you want. As soon as you reorder the images on the screen, you will have to say Apply New Order, and it will apply those order for you, and you'll see them kind of do a little blip there for you, and there are your pictures. So are they up on the site now? Well, let's take a look. Go to my summary report. There are my pictures right there. If I click on the picture, I will then be able to see all of my pictures that are currently available for this property. And you can see there's the exterior, the den, and the kitchen. And remember, you also have a slideshow now in Tempo 5 where you can play the slideshow and the pictures will transition through about every 5 seconds. It'll go through a separate picture for you. So again, hopefully this will be much easier, and your pictures are up on the site immediately once you upload them up your images. Again, no image review, but all the rules still apply. As far as attachments go, you can also add your attachments to your listings, things like disclosures and other things that you may be creative with. Notice I do not have any attachments here. My action item says add new attachment. I also have the ability to edit and delete attachments. Again, since I don't have there, these don't apply at this point. So for me to upload an attachment, I'm going to click the green arrow. I'm going to get my little dialog box again. Got a couple of new things here for you. You now get 5 megabytes of space for the total number of attachments that you can apply to a listing. So that is a cumulative total. You can have one 4 megabyte attachment and one 1 megabyte attachment. You can have 5 1 meg attachments. As long as you don't go over the total, you get a total of 5 megabytes for as many as you can put up in there. The space used will give you a countdown on how many you've used and how much space you have left. The valid file attachments are the documents, the .doc for Windows. You've also got your PDF files, your text files, your JPEG, your JPEG, and if you're using Office 2007 or later, that is a DocX format, and we will accept those type of documents also. So you can see all the different attachment formats that are available. To put your attachment in, you simply browse for it, and then you got to go and you got to figure out where the attachment is. Click on it. It loads it up. You then can figure out what type of document it is. Could be a seller's disclosure, a lead disclosure, an addendum, supplemental remarks, or if there's just nothing that applies, hey, use other. You can also take some time to describe that document underneath it if you would like to do that. Remember, documents can only be viewed by members, and then you just click the Save button, and then your document has now been uploaded to the Tempo site. And again, you can see the document here and when it was uploaded. If you need to edit that document, you would select it, click Edit and the green arrow, and you'd be able to edit it. If you wanted to delete that document, you would select it, click Delete, and the green arrow, and that would do it for you. Now, is that document up there ready? Well, let's go back to our summary report once again. We'll pull up our view of our property here in just a moment. We'll see if we can't get our summary report to pop up here. And with your summary report, the report should be there in just a minute. That shows you all of that information. When I click on the photo, there is my tab for attachments. And if I click on the attachment tab, again, there would be the attachment that would be available to other agents. So again, that's how I put my attachments in. When attachments are there, there's an extra tab. When they're not there, there's not an extra tab. So attachments are now uploaded to your document. As far as a real list goes, if you're going to go and as far as Supra goes, if you're going to go ahead and upload a Supra key, choose the link to Supra Keybox, click the green arrow. It'll go ahead and log into the Supra system. If you need to assign a Supra Keybox to this particular listing, click Assign Supra Keybox. It'll log you into the KIM system, put in the Keybox serial number, the shackle code, and save it, and that will then be associated to that particular listing. So if somebody is looking at the listing and they click on the Supra link, they will be able to see the in and out times for that particular property based on whatever you put into there. So again, just a very simple process to be able to do that. Supra Keybox, green arrow, and go from there. So your listing is now in. You know how to edit the listing. You know how to add pictures in. You know how to add attachments in. You know how to add open houses. Where's that listing available? Of course, it's available from your home page. If you go to your active listing link, click it there. It'll open up your listing for you. Click on the MLS number, and there is your listing all put in there. There are all of your images by clicking on the image viewer. There's your attachment, which happens to be your PDF file. And again, all of your images are now available to you there. Plus, there's your Super Keybox link from the search page, as you can clearly see it. So as far as AddEdit goes, there's really not much more to it. You go to AddEdit, you put your listing in, you fill in the blanks. Hopefully that's a little bit easier. Once it's submitted, you go ahead and you add your pictures and your attachments if applicable, save them, and you're done. If you have an existing listing out there, you just go into Edit, you make any changes all on that same page, save it, and your listing has been changed or edited based on what you need to use. So again, very simple process. Hopefully what we've taken you through today has made it a little more clear to you. Again, I think the process is streamlined. It's just a different way of doing things, but hopefully that will help you out going forward. I'm just going to real quick check to see if we have any questions outstanding out there. I know Peggy and Carol have been answering a couple of questions for me. It seems they should be able to add it if they forget. If the primary photo of the phobia is to reject your services. So they're answering these as we go through here today. So it looks like all the questions are being answered today. PPS rules apply to your photos. So again, looks like we've got all the photo questions answered today. Any other questions? We've got just another couple of seconds here. We'll be able to let you answer some questions. If you have any other questions, of course, you can always call the folks at RSC. They'll be more than happy to help you. Keep in mind, too, that the resource that you need to go to for all the information concerning the Tempo 5 conversion is off of pikespeakrsc.com. Again, that's pikespeakrsc.com. Click on the Conversion Headquarters link. That's where you can register for additional webinars. You can also watch some tutorials on some of the different functions that are available. Plus, you can also get some printed documentation that you may want to use going forward. Also, we're going to archive these webinars so you can go back and watch them in their entirety at your leisure. Just look in the bottom screen here in kind of this pinkish purple here, and it will tell you that there are archived webinars that you can click on and you can watch for free at your own leisure. Again, pikespeakrsc.com, Conversion Headquarters, is all the information you need to see and know from the conversion from Tempo 4 to Tempo 5. If there's no further questions, as promised, we landed early today, so we'll get you to your destination a little bit quicker. Thanks for joining us. We have another one of these coming up Monday afternoon. If you want to watch it again or you want to tell someone about it, we do appreciate you joining us today. Thank you, and have a good rest of the morning and a good afternoon.